Oscar, Kevin, Joe, and Nick. Kevin's never looked worse.
You quivered there at the Evan to Kevin. You didn't stand for Frankie, the best of the Jonas.
Who's that?
He's the fourth one. That
I
no
really
one remembers.
thought I'd done my research on coming in hot with naming 3 of them. You're telling me there's a
Your
secret
sorry,
reveal
your,
of a
sorry,
4?
your research was I've Googled the Jonas Brothers.
Hell
A
yeah.
solemn nod.
Yeah.
You know I nailed
You
it.
should be proud. There's a lot more research than I'd usually do. The entire time I was like, who the hell is that weird looking one?
What's the one with that weird Bieber-esque hair?
Oh, who did the hair for them in this film?
Stop, my name's Oscar. My name's Oscar.
My name's Cole. This is Who Would Watch This? It's just awful hair. Like the entire movie, I was like, give these guys a haircut.
Disney was like, this will never make any money. Don't even bother with the hair.
Disney invented hair. Between High School Musical and Camp Rock, Disney invented hair.
Who would watch this? The podcast. We watch a film, chat about the film, and then try and figure out who would watch this.
Today we're talking about Camp Rock, which currently has a 5.2 on IMDb, a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 2.7 on Letterboxd. Oscar, what's the plot?
At a music camp for gifted teens, a popular teen idol overhears a girl singing and sets out to find out who the talented voice belongs to. What he doesn't know is that girl is actually the camp kitchen worker and has a fear of being heard. Yuck. Poor people. I'm glad we can... and again, they're gross. You know, we should just... I want to just straight up say that kitchen staff are gross.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea this movie was going to handle classism.
Yeah.
And boy, do they do it eloquently.
Yeah, it's pretty gross to take the side of the working class, you know? I'm all about the oligarchs.
Me, I've never cooked a meal.
No.
Never burnt a hand.
No.
Never boiled oil.
No, I never want to thank the fist that's feeding me. I am a horse.
I will also say though, I'm going to be pretty, I don't want to say ruthless to the chef in this movie, but
I was going down the... You really want to critique this hard-working mum?
No, I'm not going to critique her, but her running a catering company, she is a bad boss.
Okay.
And we're going to get into it, but I'm just saying 6 hands to pull off a taco night? Nope. Nope.
I'm glad with that. Carl, before we get into, I guess, destroying this livelihood of this woman, should we go back to last week?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Okay.
If you've got the tape.
I'm neutral.
Are you referring to that time we decided to record who we thought would watch the movie before we'd seen it?
That is correct.
Then let's play that tape.
Carl, Camp Rock. The rockiest movie of 2008. That's what people are calling it.
I'm happy to jump in. I've never seen it.
Okay, huge.
I don't know anything about it other than like the Camp Rock.
Yeah.
Camp Rock.
Nice. I feel like I've watched this in sort of passing when it was on the Disney Channel. I think it's definitely Disney, right? Yeah, it's definitely Disney. I don't know. It feels like it's just another spawn of High School Musical. I feel like could be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's some fun parts. I'm sure there's iconic moments that I know. I feel like the check this out. It's like,
yes. Oh, I forgot about that.
she's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, and she's in Cheaper by the
Everything.
Dozen.
Yeah, she was the Macaulay Culkins of 2006 to 8 and only in background characters.
I will-
Not really just a child star, I guess.
I will throw out that I am I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not a massive.
Oh, where you
I
go?
enjoy Demi Lovato's the Cool for the Summer.
Yeah.
And Confidence. I enjoy that album, whatever album that was that came out.
Yep.
That was, in my opinion, that's a killer album.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy the song Cake by The Ocean and Jealous.
I-
So that's my knowledge of the people that are in
Huge.
this.
I'm also a fan of Demi Lovato, mainly just many compilation clips of her going and doing interviews, being pretty insane. She does have one great line though. They're doing like one of those Zoom things, and she's like, "What's everyone up to?" She's like, "I was from rehab 5 times."
Does she actually say
Yeah,
it?
it's great.
That's
She's fun.
great. Is she okay now? Is she
I don't know
all right?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah, same.
It's sort of like it was a bit dicey there. I realized she's only like 5 years older than us, which kind of threw me a bit. I was like, "Damn, you're going through."
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting context to have for sure.
Yeah.
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 God, it is a funny. I would love like a deep dive into Disney
Oh, you.
celebrities. Like it's just like you go.
It keeps happening.
It does. It keeps happening that you go, why are they off the deep end again? You're like, why just subject them to Hollywood so early?
No, dreadful. Hope Demi. Yeah, I like Demi.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Demi to do well. Hope this film's good. The Jonas Brothers are great, or maybe they're not. Okay,
They're great.
I mean, just as like
You a big Nick J
they
fan?
have one song that I think was good.
Jealous.
Is that them?
No, that's Nick.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
maybe it's Joe.
I've got one 7 years ago that was all right, but then I think they divorced Sophie Turner. Oh God, who's who? You know?
I forgot they did that. It's wild. The ins and outs are wild. Look, I'll give you my thoughts on how I perceive the movie.
Yeah.
I think it looks like crap. Don't really want to watch it. Who do I think it's for? I reckon you were raised on it. You were forced to watch it. But look, I'm a High School Musical person, and I say that as somebody that does not watch it or care about it. But that's what I saw.
You're a person. What do you mean? You're you're a
Like
convert?
I think people are like I'm a Camp Rock person.
Oh,
or I'm a
gotcha.
High School Musical person.
This feels like the alternative. Like I like High School Musical, but I'm more of a camp rocker. I gotta tell you, Camp Rock has a bit of a cheaper vibe to it. You know?
Oh, I can't wait
Kind
for
of a
everyone to
bargain
be
bin movie.
Everyone will be proven wrong, and it turns out they're just both shit. That's exactly what's going to happen.
No. One's sort of like it's like upper echelons of childhood, and one's just kind of a bit povo. I mean, I don't want to pit them together, but I feel like Selena and Demi. I don't know what their sort of vibe is. I feel like they've
Selena Gomez.
Yes.
She's not in High School Musical.
No, but she's in Wizard of Waverly Place, and I kind of was Demi
She's
Lovato
in Only Murders in the Building.
Which
is what
one's
it's
Demi Lovato in? She was in one of these shows. I think Sunny with a Chance, which was just at the sort of ending as when I was growing up. I think I stopped watching when I was 26. So yeah, good vibe.
Oh,
good
whoa,
vibe.
that hung around for you.
Yeah, I sort of started watching it, I guess, when it started, and I've been sort of rewatching it, I don't know, weekly since then. Yeah. Carl, who would watch
I think people have watched it once and they're either nostalgic for it or they've never seen it and they'll never care.
Yeah.
And I reckon I'm going to be in the second camp of it. And I'm sorry if this is like your favorite thing from your childhood, but it's crap. And I know it's going to be crap.
Mr. Nice over here, I'll play, I think it's the best movie of 2008. I'm putting my stamp on it.
He likes it more than The Hurt Locker.
I do. Catherine Bigelow, suck a fat one, because guess what? Camp Rock is here to stay. You give me a look.
I wouldn't say that about our beautiful Catherine Bigelow.
She has not done a movie in a while. I looked her up. I just
Well, we watched we watched Point Break recently as a group, so I feel like
apologies to Catherine Bigelow for that.
you should apologize.
A vile comment. I apologize. She's done some great work.
She's such a good director.
Fine. All right, Hurt Locker, Camp Rock. I'll say it. It's better. Camp. Oh no!
Do we both go to? No, I don't.
Do we both go to
Camp Rock?
Carl, what do you think? Huh? Are you on board?
No.
Okay.
I didn't like this, and one of the big things I feel duped about was that whole like Camp Rock is not in this.
I think that's from the second one.
Fucking bullshit. As if you didn't tell me that. Did you know that the entire time?
No. I barely remember this one. Really, I don't think I've really seen it. I think it's passively maybe ads from the Disney Channel.
It was. I was like, but they'll do this, right? As I was nearing the ending, I was like, but they're gonna do it, right? And they never did it, and I was really freaking heartbroken about it.
It feels like this High School Musical. You kind of watch that first one, you're like, yeah, you guys really were taking a risk on this, and it just kind of blew up.
Yeah.
And you kind of roll with the punches. I don't know if anyone jumped into the second one, though, but this is Camp Rock, Carl. Demi Lovato, the mum from Wizards of Waverly Place, Kevin Jonas, Frankie, Nick, and Joe. They're all here.
Is Frankie in this?
No.
Why do you keep saying Frankie?
He's a great dude.
He's not. Nobody knows who that is.
He's great. It's Frankie Jonas.
One of the
fourth Jonas. You know what actually he's in? He has there's a show in America. It's like Nepo babies, essentially, but they're secret Nepo babies, and they live like a Big Brother experience, like Survivor, and people have to figure out who they're like slightly related to.
Ooh, I like that.
And Kevin and Frankie are the hosts.
I thought as if Frankie's not just in it.
He can't host. He can't hold his own. But Kevin, he's genius. There's a famous one because this one girl gets out and it's like Tom Hanks is like estranged like nephew or niece, and she's like, insane. I'll show you the clip.
I think I've seen
Yeah.
this. That feels close to. I think you've shown me before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Frankie's sadly not here, but we get introduced.
Oh, well, you included him in the cast list. You seem obsessed with him.
Well, he's the best. He's the best.
All right, we begin. Demi Lovato cannot afford camp.
No, she's poor.
And you know what they say? If you can't afford camp, you can't afford to go.
Yes.
If you can't afford camp, you shouldn't be there.
Famous saying. Everyone's been using it.
And frankly, it proves itself right. Because if she could have just afforded to go, she wouldn't have to spin out such a big lie.
Okay, so you're saying that money allows you not to lie. That's what it's saying. Honest Abe wasn't very honest. He was very rich, and that's how he was able to be so very honest.
Demonstrate money solves all wounds.
She's caught in some big lies, but the main thing is, hey, Mum, I'm going to be the caterer, and you're going to help me, but you're going to go to band camp. How exciting.
It's pretty exciting. The mum also was addicted to buying colourful vases. I don't know if you noticed how many vases she had in the background here, but it was an obtuse amount.
Well, I mean, they are poor, and normally it's because they have a horrible addiction. In this family, it's crockery.
She's so clearly a shoplifter.
Which, okay. Well, because she's poor, she shoplifts? Normally,
But
yes.
only vases.
Normally, yes.
Only for targeted vases. That's the thing.
God, it seems like she's like a jewel...
She's a cat burglar.
She's a cat burglar.
Like, she would take down Ocean's 11 in a heartbeat, being like, who's going to steal this Fabergé egg? And she's like, it's sitting behind Demi Lovato already.
Is that Ohio Mum going to be the bestest or that French man? I don't know. It's either or.
George Clooney just being like, the Ohio Mum's done it again.
A calling card, a baked good.
Just mediocre bread. Looks like she had to make 100 of these in a rush.
We get introduced to
Sorry,
Camp Rock.
really quickly,
Oh,
before
sorry.
we even get to Camp Rock. Yeah, shut up. Stop trying to jump ahead. We're in the intro, and you know how I like to load these episodes by over-explaining the intro and having no room for anything else to
Oh
talk
god,
about.
the second and third act. Well, they win the big show, and that's it. Go on.
It's fun
Go
'cause-
into the micro detail of the father.
So he has. I'm just gonna say right now. She comes home. The dad's cooking a beautiful meal at a barbecue,
Yeah.
a massive backyard. This is a wealthy family.
Okay.
They aren't. This is a wealthy family.
Now, I agree, and I do think it's the problem of the film because the budget, because quite frankly, Camp Rock looks shit.
Oh yeah.
But they've got Grammy award-winning daughters here. It should be a very expensive Camp Rock. I think that's where the issue is.
It looks like there's no organization to the camp.
Well, it's
either.
run by a faded pop star.
Oh, it's run by a drug addict, I think you mean. He's like, I partied with Mick Jagger, and I'm like, you probably snorted cocaine off each other's
this
cocks.
man is
Like-
the most. He's the most. I think he's like. Oh, I can't remember if his band's like the Wet Crows or something. He's like, I was getting absolutely fucked up on heroin with Damien from the Gorillaz. Now I run a music class, and that's kind of I think protagonist.
I'd give him 10 more years of life.
Oh,
like
that's a 31-year-old man, and he's looking haggard, dusty.
So I'm confused by a bit of this setup. So the three brothers know that Joe is a diva,
Yeah.
and they're like, we're dropping Joe off at a camp. But how famous is Joe? Because I thought it was meant to be like, oh, it's like if Justin Bieber was running your summer camp, but I don't think he's actually as famous as just like I think
Sort of
he's
a Mumford and Sons level, you know? Like, I'm not going ham for Mumford and Sons. Someone is, and you can't go, wow, Mumford and Sons are here? The main guy from Mumford and Sons? But you wouldn't be like...
It's like if they
let me-
got Ryan Tedder
Yeah.
from One Republic.
Yes.
Or that
yes.
guy from Imagine Dragons. And you'd be like, I get that as a collective you're big, but I don't know who's here for
Yeah,
you.
you know, like Adam Levine. You're like, well, that's Adam Levine and his band. But the main guy from those bands, you don't know them, you know?
Nobody knows who the other four are of the
Yeah.
5 Maroons.
What are these guys called? 333 or something?
So the, like Connect 3.
Connect 3.
It's like stupid. It's I wish they were just called like the triplets.
Yeah.
How old are they meant to be?
I think prepubescent.
Yeah, I gotta tell you. Well, let's just jump into it. I don't know who has done the hair here, but Nick has the curliest hair I've ever seen in my life. It's almost as curly as your hair.
Thanks.
And I'm like, is his hair naturally that curly?
That man was born out of the womb with a perm.
Oh, it's so perm
it's
heavy.
really crazy how they have such three different hairstyles. You got the perm boy. You've got
Well, there's only two hairstyles, and they gave it to Joe and to Nick, and then the third hairstyle, they're like,
Kevin-
we're just going to hit you.
Kevin, I've got a big bound book. I'm just going to slap you in the head, and what happens is what's going to happen, and that's your thing for the band. They've sent him off to camp. Do we think it's drugs?
Yeah.
I think he's
They're
done
like,
it.
he's a diva, but I
Yeah.
don't really get... So, but these three are the nephews of the McJagger guy? Is that what it is?
Is that the narrative?
Well, I thought at the end he's like, my three nephews are going to award a winner.
Okay.
I was like, is that how they were able to get here?
Oh, sorry. The I thought you meant Mick Jagger. The real Mick Jagger is the uncle of the equals three people. No. Oh, you mean the main guy who runs a camp?
Yes, McJagger's friend,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. He's
Is that so? They're his nephews.
I think so. Yeah.
Right, but how famous are they? You stand by that? They're like,
I think this man in the 90s, it feels like he's like a Britpop icon that burnt out pretty heavily in the 2000s, got off heroin, now runs a music camp for kids, but is also making a lot of money. It doesn't look it because their film couldn't afford it, but this is almost like a cult. This is kind of like a horrid Hollywood, like we're making the new next generation and we're scouting them in a horrible way. These boys probably, in not a Jonas Brother way, but sort of like they're coming up through Disney Channel. And, they've been pushed by the uncle. So it's, that kind of vibe.
okay, I think I've got the context now.
Yeah.
The movie's terrible. It's simply like, what a setup. Like now,
What do you mean? I keep forgetting which one's which. Is it Nick? Nick is a diva. And the other boys are pretty playful, It doesn't really feel like... they had this. I feel like they had a protagonist that was a bit of a diva, and then they're like, "We got the Jonas Brothers. Do you want the other two?" They're like, "Oh, we'll chuck them in the background," because it is weird that
their
divas.
agent was like, you get him as a 3 or you
Yeah.
get none, and they're like,
What
but we
about
just
that
want
fourth
Joe.
one? You want Frankie? No one wants Frankie.
We can give you Frankie as a single. You can either have these three, or we'll give you Frankie for cents on the dollar. Frankie will hold a mic to the side if you want.
He's a great boom operator. He's really
so
coming to
good
his
at
own.
boom. He will linger around the crafts table like a fly.
We get introduced to some other people. We get introduced to...
We got the computer girl.
Yeah, Caitlin.
Now, I love, if I got a compliment to give, and I give this to all straight to Disney TV movies, I love them like writing a meet cute of friends. It's always like two people run into each other and it's like, hey, I'm Soph and this is what I'm about. And they're like, hey, I'm Caitlin and I like blinds. And you're like, I guess we're friends now.
Yeah, well, I mean, blinds is a good way to start any conversation.
They go up and down, which are the two primary forms of movement.
Yeah. Not left and right.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to walk out of here in
You're
a
gonna
straight
freak
goddamn
out when
line.
you find out about curtains, buddy. I blew my mind. I'm a kind of a curtain kind
What's
of
a
guy.
curt?
Okay. Moving on. We also get introduced to Tess and her two minions. What do you want to call the minions?
Minions. We'll call them minions.
All right, cute. I remember them from Hannah Montana. They were also the minions in that. How do you think it feels to be like a child and
Be a minion?
typecast as just a mean girl? Like, what does that do with your psyche, do you reckon?
You would never recover.
No.
Surely. It would be weird being like, kids, I was once in a Disney movie that mattered. And they're like, but you played the minion?
Yeah. It was a meaty role at 16. It was a meaty role. Tess is an icon.
Well, let's discuss Tess.
Yeah.
Because Tess is played by Mean Girls 2
Yes.
alumni Joe.
Joe.
And she was god awful in Mean Girls 2. And I gotta tell you, she's okay here.
I think that's the negative effect of Mean Girls too. That really brought it down. She's doing a lot here. And I think thank God she's been given something to do. So good for her.
Her character has moxie.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually, I was like, now she's giving Regina George.
Of course.
There is a part of this movie where she's like, one of my minions is fired, and she's like, you know what that means? The other one's got to step up. And I was just like, oh my God, what moxie? You have no idea what a rebellion is.
I love a woman who knows about power hierarchies, and immediately will not let that fail. It's good stuff. Tess's mother is a 5-time Grammy Award-winning artist. Now, what do we think the Grammys are in? Because we're meant to assume it's like
It's audiobook.
Okay.
It's 100%
That's what I
audiobook.
was thinking.
Oh, it's stand up.
It might even be. No, stand-ups too, like, wow, you made it big. But I think maybe audio engineering. Do they give out that for Grammys?
I think they're thinking more. Who won for audiobook recently? That was like, and now they're an EGOT, and everybody was like, Yeah, but for an audiobook or like a book of poetry.
I remember like Obama's one like two, and you're a bit like, because he read his autobiography. I'm like, all right, fine.
Oh, but he read it with such...
We're Moxie, and that's what Tess
He
has.
was so
Moxie.
fierce.
I'm all in on Tess.
I'm all in on Tess as well. I'm going to say right now, hashtag justice for Tess.
Yeah.
Tess loses at the end here. She should not.
I think she was sabotaged.
For
and
sure. I think her minions got the best of her.
I think she got over. That's what happens, you know? You got to keep your people in line.
Absolutely.
Through force or fear.
She also admits defeat, and she shouldn't, because she's a powerhouse.
Also, can I say the protagonist used a evil loophole that a drug addict has set up, so I'm not happy about the whole situation.
Yeah, I hated that. I got to tell you, the entire climax to me feels just like an FU to Tess.
Yeah.
And as somebody who was deeply on Tess's side, because I was constantly won over people being mean to the lead characters, I was like, oh yeah, Tess is everything here.
I feel like, and it's such a shame we don't do films that, I don't know, reward the villain more, because constantly, the only thing we really have is that the villain's being mean to the people that are making us the movie move along. It's really all we've got. Like, it's just like, thank God, someo's bullying this person that's ruining my life at the moment.
You will watch the most boring scene and Tess will come in and be like, how about you shut the fuck up? And you go like, thank you. Oh God, I feel alive again. Let's keep following with this Tess character.
I've written down, they have so many fucking jams. I know it's a camp rock, but
it's too many jams.
Too many jams.
And I'll tell you who is on drugs. It's like this music teacher. She bounds herself onto stage and is like, hey kids, here's what we're going to do. Everybody's going to jump up. You've got a guitar. You've got the drums. You've got a place ball. Okay, everybody on. Everybody sing. Everybody do that. Okay, that's great. Next one's at 6. Bye.
At the next jam, it's just her rubbing her face going, oh my God, life is good. And we're all lit. And we're all lit.
I know. And then the next one, she's just like, I'm chewing a lot. She's like, I've got to chew. She's like, I'm feeling it in my gums. And she's like, you've got something to chew. She's like, you don't want to touch mama's stash. But if you got something
Get your hands off my eucalyptus gum, okay? I'm vibing out here in the bush. So give me some fucking space to twirl.
Yeah.
Okay?
And then
sing me that ditty. Sing me the ditty you did last year.
And then on the back end, she's like, youth is wasted on you. It's so wasted on all of you. You're not using it right. Oh, my body's going to take hours to recover tomorrow, but if it was your body, you would be back in a minute.
Here's the thing, kids. Do drugs. Look at your camp master.
That's so...
He's thriving.
That's so camp rock is just to be like, okay, drug endurance. You're not going to have the confidence to go out on stage if you're not dosed up.
It feels like there's like this is like a 3-month camp, and like the heroin addict's like, all right, guys, couple lessons you're going to learn. You want to learn how to microdose coke. That's kind of what I teach here. It's kind of the vibe I bring.
All right, now for Condom 101, put the drugs in the condom. You want to twist it. You're going to have to put this up your ass to get into the other country. Don't let it pop. Otherwise, you're going to have a weed high on a plane.
Yeah, I can say right now, when you're flying private, it can get weird. It can get really weird.
It can get sticky. Here's how you get out of it. Bring a gun.
I can't go to gun class. Everywhere you go as a rock star, bring a gun. That's my, when I was with Blur and I was with Oasis, they were having a tiff. I brought my gun out. Guess who won that one? Not Noel.
All the One Direction kids had a gun. You're telling me Niall didn't have a gun? Yeah, he did.
Simon Cowell had 5 guns, gave them 5 out. Guess what? He had another 5, didn't he?
Yeah, he was covered in guns.
Little Mix was tits up with fucking AKs. They were star-studded students in my class. One of them brought a bazooka to the Arias. Great stuff. Carl, bling's the currency of this school.
I just love an accent. I don't even mind about whatever the fuck that bit was, but I loved the accents. Oh,
God. What do we think bling... I guess it's 2008. I guess rap was big back here. Bling was very much it. It was the coolest thing you could do. Do we think bling has a good currency here?
Okay, I don't know who you're talking about. What's going on? What are you referencing?
There's like 3 kids that monologue about you gotta have some bling. And then like Demi Lovato... I
think you were watching The Bling Ring.
I had Harmony Korines film on the other side. Shit, fuck. All right, damn. Okay. Anyway, Demi sings her sad little song.
It's a sad ditty. I gotta tell you that. Every time she sings it, I was like, "This is sad." And you know what? You know what she did, and I hated this.
Yeah.
I hated this. Was them being like, "Can you sing?" And she was like, "Yeah, let me give it a go." And she's like, "Whoa, whoa." And then they're like, "Was that an original?" And she's like, "Yeah, just something I'm playing with." And I'm like, "Shut up! Don't sing an original at an audition." Bullshit. This is when Tess is jealous.
Yes.
And is like, I'm going to grab her, make her a backup singer, so I don't have any competition.
Yes.
And that's so clever.
It's how... Here's the thing. You assassinate your competition, which she's done there with Demi. Now, Demi has a bit of a ploy, because essentially, she's scared being found out that she's poor. Because aren't we all terrified of that? Imagine someone snooping around your bag, checking out your bank statements. We all know you have them paper-bound. And finding out that you're in a lot of credit card debt, me. And it's sort of like embarrassing. So Demi does a great lie. She's like, I'm actually massive in China. My mum's a big star in China, and I'm vibing in China. And then has to do this fun lie, which I do like throughout the whole thing. Goes, damn, I got that bag in the Ming Dynasty. And they're like, oh, tight. And she's like, yep. Don't question it. Don't Google that one.
I love that you enjoyed that, because I was not amused.
Oh, really?
I was not amused.
I found it fun.
I think as somebody who... I'll tell you right now, I quite enjoy lying. So when I hear bad lying, I go, you can do better. Like when I was 16, I was able to lie better than this.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Call my bluff.
That was a good lie. I was on the ropes. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing.
You backed me into a corner, but luckily I had my gun.
Bang, bang, bang. That's what I say. Meet me in China, the city of guns.
I've never been.
They won't let me in an account on my gun.
My gun. You never see pop stars performing there. I reckon it's the gun thing. Yeah, I think this is a bullshit lie. Just on top of it, I'm like,
yeah, it's a bullshit
but
lie.
it's also like, who would believe this?
Well, she's a bad liar because she's poor. If you're rich, here's the thing.
Rich people know how to lie.
Of course, that's how they keep all their money and power. Tess has learned, and she's good at it. Her only fatal flaw, she cares too much about her mother's approval. Once she gets rid of that, she is gonna be a star.
Her mum cares too much for her, and she cares too much for her mum. To give her a hand in the kid, like I laughed at these.
Tess's mum.
This is Tess's mum. What a saint! She's treating her child right.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Here's the thing: she's making her dependent on independence.
Nobody who was anyone had a good relationship with their parents.
You think Gandhi was vibing with his father and mother? No. You
reckon Madonna's well? No.
Crazy reference, huh? There we go.
Is she in the news?
Big, always.
Oh, yeah?
I got Madonna alerts on my phone.
I know a while ago she was like annoyed at a paraplegic for not getting up and dancing. I remember that was big for a while. Everybody was like, Madonna, can you calm the fuck down?
I guess I haven't been keeping up with my Madonna news. I didn't know that she was doing that.
I will throw this out there, guys. I have no idea. I could be thinking of a different pop star. Maybe Sam Smith did that. I'm not to know. I'm going to tell you right now, I am out of touch with music.
We listened to the I'll be honest, I was like, Charlie XCX, and I gotta tell you, a newspaper quiz had that down. I went, fuck me dead, we are old as shit.
Absolutely. They're like, what?
I was talking to a youth, and I was like, you've been listening to the album? They went, no, it's a fucking classist piece of shit. I went, God damn it. I am so out of fucking touch. I think it's the hardest being like, I'm pretty cool, and then the rug being pulled out your fucking feet, falling down on your face, going in and spat on.
And it was me running around being like, how good's Chapel Row? And they're like, we've loved Chapel for years. Shut the fuck up, Carl. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I guess I won't enjoy new things.
You should never. You should go back to the old good stuff, like the Wet Crows.
God, the Wet Crows were good. They really did give Oasis a run for their money. Yeah, so look, I've got to tell you, as somebody that feels out of touch with music, I guess I could have written this.
The music?
Yeah, like, I mean, it feels like it's like the B tracks from High School Musical, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I think even the main song, which is like, oh, that's the big number, feels like a nothing one. I gotta tell you, I think Jonas is Nick's or whatever, whichever Jonas brother is the main guy.
Frankie.
Frankie's
got to be writing the music for sure.
I gotta tell you, when they sent him off to camp, I know it was to crush his soul because his songs writing ain't good, and it ain't good for a pop star. It ain't gonna make him any money.
Well, believe it or not, because he's actually had a bit of a rags to riches story. Because Frankie actually went to Hollywood.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Damn. And what transcribed?
He never relaxed. Oh, yeah. Gotta go way off track. There is an incredible visual gag. It's not even a gag, but there was just a mountain of hamburger in one scene, and she's like, quick. There's like 40 hamburgers, and you're like, there's not even this many extras. Who are they making them for? But I just was like, it's got to look like conservatively 24 kilos of mince.
I would say like a bathtub filled with mince.
It's so much mince.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if that was meant to be the amount of mince for the rest of camp, and she'd already squandered it on the first night.
I mean, let's talk about the caterer and the mum.
Well, the catering's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one. We keep on hearing she's got help. She doesn't.
No.
It's just her. And she gets swamped on taco night. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit she does.
This is a make your own taco night, so it's just prep. You just prep.
There's no assembly required.
No.
And when we cut to them enjoying their meal out in the room, and it was simply just a bowl of avocado and a bowl of mince and some tacos, and I went, fuck this. That is not an elaborate setup. You have not spent all day making that. I know exactly what this mum is doing. She's partying in the bathroom with old wet crows.
Oh, wet crow. Let's face it. He's not. He's back on the sauce. Okay. You know what?
Back on the he's never been off it.
Oh, he'd get off it for like a bit to get out of rehab. Quite frankly, imagine being a god on stage and then going, I now run a children's camp. You'd be on fucking tar heroin so quickly. And so is the mum, and good for her, because quite frankly, the money ain't going well here.
I gotta tell you, a better script would have had the mum and wet crows fall in love.
Oh, of course.
Like-
the hamburger dad's pretty pathetic.
Oh yeah, he's just like hamburger helper.
Yeah.
You know that hand?
That's a thing in America. What is that? Is that just like yeast or like just like?
I think it's just a binding agent.
Gotcha. Like an egg.
Yeah, I guess like a powdered egg. I guess it's a hand.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I'm with you.
I don't know.
Okay.
I really
Well,
don't
then maybe
know.
don't speak on things you don't know. Carl, trumpet beer. What does this mean to you?
What?
Trumpet beer.
Like chugging a beer down a
No,
trumpet?
no. In this scene, there's in the cafeteria, trumpets are the water station. So you pull a little trumpet, drinks come out. I don't know. If it was a visual gag, I kind of vibed it.
I must have missed that in my fury.
Okay. That's pretty fucked up.
Joe decides that he's going to run a class finally.
Yeah.
He's sick of, he's stopped being a little pansy.
Yeah.
And he walks in, and this is actually pretty good moxie. He goes, everyone grab a hat and try and keep up.
Imagine coming late from gun class going, holy shit, we're actually going to do some actual moves. And quite frankly, he's been a mopey mope. The second he swangs his little legs, damn, that's a star. That is a pop star. Good for him. Joe Jonas is nailing it.
He has got no rhythm. Like, so immediately no rhythm. And I went,
Imagine grab a hat, watch this, and then do the stanky leg for like 40 people.
and have the audacity to tell everyone, try and keep up.
People, we should also say, no one's really been given like character names, but there's just a lot of very talented people in the background, kind of doing flips and like breakdancing and like doing very impressive dance moves that we never get any information on them. It's cruel we're not following them. A much more interesting story.
Just a talented group. Wouldn't that be lovely? Joe doesn't even put the hat on. He puts it in his pocket. It's absolute garbage.
It takes him a while as well. He's shoving it in there. He's like, it's a brim. It's a wide brim. Shit. And these are shallow rock star pockets. It's all leather. You can kind of get anything in.
Do you reckon he got sad when he looked around and he went, wow, you guys really kept up?
I gotta tell you, I thought the industry wasn't ready, but you know what? It's very ready. It's very willing.
Immediately just being like, you've all got it. You've all got what it takes, I guess.
Just him looking in the mirror. Did I ever have it? Oh, God.
I can't even put the hat on. You guys put the hat on.
I'm gonna go enroll in gun class.
Damn. Guys, I got some thinking to do. Class adjourned.
The light switch. Yeah. That's the end of camp, guys. Carl, we're at the campfire jam. That's right, the second or third jam. There's a lot of jams.
There's a lot of jams. The campfire one's my least favorite.
Okay, yeah.
But this is where we find out that they are backup singers.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, that's where they deserve to be because Tess is a star. Tess is a goddamn star.
Tess is a star. Nothing wrong there.
During this time as well, Joe and Demi. Oh yeah, Joe Jonas and Demi Moore keep on bumping into each other at the beach.
Yeah.
And they keep on having like little meet cutes and little I'm this and I'm that.
Yeah.
And I guess their romance is beginning to bloom. But I love that he's like, here, listen to this song. And he sits down and it's clearly a Jonas Brothers song because his voice multiplies into like 3 at one stage. And it's an acoustic song.
There's harmonying by Nick. Maybe they're just there, they're in spirits. Were they ghosts, possibly? It is beautiful. But I guess, do we vibe these guys? Vibing? What are you chucking at?
So I just skipped forward in my notes. And I figured let's just skip to this scene. There is all the kids get into a little bit of a row.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, the one from Cheaper by the Dozen, has to go and help in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And this is where she finds out that not Demi Moore, who is it?
Demi Moore. Oh, wait, no.
Demi
Lovato.
Lovato. This is when she finds out Demi Lovato is actually the daughter of the chef and is not a celebrity in China.
At this point, I think Caitlin's been kind of chill. Really has shown no real, like, hey, like, I'm an ally, whatever. Caitlin pounces on Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato's like, you're not going to tell her, you. She's like... You're poor? Yeah, that's rich. You lying sluss. You filthy cunt. I'm going to tell the whole board. This poor girl thought she could come to our camp and make a mockery of it. Well, no. You are scum. You are never going to sing, ever.
I'll never enjoy anything more than the Kayla looking down at her and just being like, how long did you think that you could keep this up for? And to me, covered in just like juice, looking up at me like, longer than this.
I thought that China bit could really go stretch for 6 weeks.
The mum just coming back and being like, you're wet, it looks like you drowned. What happened? And her being like, cross-armed going, she drowned in her lies. I was like, who wrote this scene?
I feel like Tess could come out with that because we've set up Tess. Caitlin saying this. Here's the thing: the rich are mean to the poor.
Caitlin just became an apex predator. Yeah. I'm not even fucking joking. I was like, Caitlin rules this land.
She went for
now.
the goddamn jugular of that poor little girl. God, imagine.
Oh. I would be in fear.
Here's the thing, though. She wants to be a rock star. She got the cutthroatness. She senses weakness, and she fucking slits her goddamn heels.
Thank God she has the ability of what it takes to cut throat, because she doesn't have the talent to back it up.
Here's the thing. You gotta have talent, or you gotta have moxie.
We cut forward to another jam, I guess.
A bedroom jam. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of jam.
But why would they host it in a bedroom? Again, the poor teacher looks like she is like, guys, I'm in the K-hole. Yeah. So just like, you guys jam it. I've got to go over
lie on
here.
This bed for a bit. No one touch me, but also everyone pat me. So yeah, you do that. Maybe like some like chiller songs. Maybe none of this weird whiny stuff. Okay. Just
Somebody said Mumford & Sons was here. If we could do their non-aggressive tracks,
all of them. Just no banjo, please. I really can't handle the banjo right now. A stringed instrument might kill me.
You only know the song Babel? Fuck. Damn.
I think you're coming out as a Mumford & Sons fan.
Oh, no, not Little Lion Man. I can't handle swear words right now.
I really can't deal with this. I thought, here's the thing, I was going down like Britpop, and you've gone for 2013's folky music, and I'm not happy about it.
Well, they did win the Grammy Oscar. Like, the Babel did win the Grammy Album of the Year, so people forget that about Mumford and his Sons.
People forget Mumford & Sons. Oh, trying to.
People forget it's the closest we have to a Von Trapp family. I've never seen them, so I wouldn't know if it is a dad and his sons, but I assume it is.
I assume one father and 3 triplets suckling on his teat and banjo playing.
I assume it's like a bunch of piglets running around.
There's a runt for the Mumfords.
Oh, yeah. Runt and his sons.
Oh, that's Frankie.
He went to Hollywood. Yeah, so we get this in-bedroom jam, and Caitlin's talents are put to the test.
Yeah.
This is obviously a very famous scene.
Yeah.
It is. What do we think she was told would be played in the background of her just sort of hitting things? Do we think it was this?
I think you can't create this. You know, this is sincerity of this is gonna be sick. This is a great guitar keyboard solo, and Demi Lovato really gives a passionate. She's really fucking good. It's also followed up with Whatever Major Loser. I don't know if this has ever been done before. Wow, this is huge.
Whatever Major Loser rocked me.
Yeah,
I thought that was crazy. I thought it was so
now.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been around in my life since I want to say 2007.
I've never seen it done.
Whoa!
I've never seen it done.
That's crazy.
And so I was like, okay, huge. This changes everything.
Yeah, of course.
And then Demi comes in and is like, oh, that's old news. And I was like, oh my God, a queen? Because I was like, to come back at that?
Yeah.
To come back at the Whatever Major Loser?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I just, to be able to fight back and jab, I was deeply impressed.
I gotta tell you, I don't know where these girls are gonna go, but I know that they're gonna be at the top.
I'm going to tell you,
they are ready for this industry.
You were so right.
Yeah.
When they are at each other's throats, it's like watching Succession. It's that level of it's like the final scenes of Succession.
Yeah, but being for the basis for Mumford and Sons, you know, it's those stakes with that prize. So little.
That is a great script idea.
Yeah,
let me write that down. Maybe we'll be meeting Frankie in Hollywood. Huh? I don't know why they don't just let Caitlin continue to play. Tessa's like, there's a snake, and they're like, I guess that's the end of Caitlin's set.
God, honestly, and I love the drugged up teacher. She must have just come out of it going, that ain't a snake, that's a power line. I already checked. I did a sweep of the room, make sure no cords were snakes. That's kind of my vibe when I come into the rooms.
Some people obviously thought they were gummy snakes because bites have been taken out of the cords. And we'll never know who did that.
I can't tell if I'm coming out the K-hole or if I've just been zapped a little bit, but I'm vibing, and let's put that keyboard back on.
What happened to Mumford & Sons? I thought we were having a jam. Wasn't Babel gonna play?
Joe is on the hunt for the voice. Kind of Cinderella-esque, you know? A bit of like a glass slipper, but a bad song.
Oh, dude, now that you've said that, that makes sense. I thought...
Is it weird? It just comes out of nowhere.
Oh my God. I thought when he was like looking for the voice, I thought he was like looking for his next like voice. Now that you're like, no, he was looking for Demi because she's saying it that one time.
Sorry. You're not getting the Cinderella allegory. You're going just literally.
I totally
was
missed
he looking
that.
for his voice? Like he's like
Yeah.
lost it.
And I was like, I don't know why he keeps asking people. That makes so much sense. I'm going to apologize to the listener. I full discretion.
Disclosure. I guess
Full
both.
disclosure.
Something.
I watched Mean Girls 2 and Bandcamp in the same day, and my mind was so fried by the time I got to Bandcamp that I really wish Bandcamp I'd watched first, but then I think I wouldn't have had the patience to just get through Mean Girls 2.
You'd be broken down.
So I apologize that I'd missed that, but that's so many of my notes are like, what's this voice he's looking for? Why is he so obsessed? Why does he think that person will be able to give it to him? Oh my God, that's why people were singing at him in that montage.
Yes.
Oh, I fucking missed that too. I might have to rewatch this film. Maybe it's a treasure?
It is. It's weird you didn't pick up on that.
Oh God, I feel like such a fool.
I was going to say, my next page of notes is just praise for this scene. I
For
just
which scene?
Ooh, the montage scene where people are singing at him, because as I understood, the voice was what he was searching for, and that's what people were singing at him.
Well, I did enjoy the montage scene anyway because it seemed to be how many locations could they get a child and an instrument to sit and just have somebody run in. It was also very clear they could only afford 5 instruments. It was always like another girl with a trumpet.
Oh, fuck. What kind of movie were we making? Surely 3 clarinets will be enough. Maybe a flute, if you're lucky. And then went, oh, nuts.
The prop department being like the music man's got all of the main instruments, so we've only got like the harp.
All right, well, at least it's a poor camp, right? These are all poor kids who don't come from much. They probably not even have ever seen a flute. And they go, no, they're all Grammy-winning Nepo babies. Nuts.
We've got a lot of triangles. Can you tell the Jonas Brothers to bring their own guitars? Let's move forward to when the lie is found out. Because I thought the lie came out earlier than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. It was a cracking pace.
Oh, sure. I think everybody was right to treat her this way.
Okay, damn. Okay.
For the lie.
Okay.
No, they weren't right to treat her for being poor. That's when they do get mean and they're like, she's just the daughter of a chef.
Can I say, they couldn't care less about the lie. The second they found out she was poor, they were like, she lied too? Well, let's burn her. Let's burn her at the stake. The lying girl is a liar. And she should be stabbed through the neck.
It was very Marie Antoinette moment, wasn't it? Just being like,
get the guillotine. Or just get the and while we're at it, kill the chef too.
Behead the chef and stone the daughter. Do it. Tessa's said.
I mean, like,
we're having a lot of fun with accents this episode.
Here's the thing.
Who knows? What else you got in your back pocket?
I've got a dicey Mumbaian one. Shouldn't pull that out.
Don't do that. I've been working on a Marlon Brando for years. Maybe I'll debut it next episode.
Okay, I'm liking it.
Let's go for it.
I've got a yappy dog that just can't shut up.
I've got a cat that's been frightened.
Why do they all come back to wait? What? Okay, sorry. So one, she's been burnt at the stake, I guess, and like spat on. And then to make matters worse, Tess is like, well, not only is she poor, but she's also a thief. She's also a little thief. Guess what? She's stolen my bracelets. And they go, and it's crazy. There's a mum on the kitchen staff. She's like, Tess, sorry, I know you didn't steal it, Demi Lovato. Just chill. And then this cracked up goddamn band camp goes like, well, I haven't seen the evidence. Let's have a look. Well, there it is, under the pudding. So I guess the proof is in the pudding. No, Demi Lovato, you are banned from the jam. That's right, you can't go to the 19 other jams we got booked for today.
He's like, turn in your gun, you gotta go.
Gun and badge, that's right. We also do a cop thing sometimes.
I do also love this because at one stage Demi just turns around and Joe Jonas is just there and he looks at her and is like, you were a liar. You're a filthy liar.
Everyone at this camp is just like, I need to spit on that girl. I heard she told a fib.
I gotta tell you, as somebody that loved lying as a kid, if this happened to me, I would have been broken. I'm so lucky so many of my lies weren't found out.
Well, it's great that Demi has found a loophole to, hey, you can't come to the last jam of camp. So make sure you can't do anything before the last camp jam. So then, work out that.
Was that the loophole?
Yeah. And he also set it up as well. There's drug addict. He was just like, hey, I'm glad you got it. What I was putting down, pop it. Now go perform out your lungs.
Here's your gun and badge back. Go make a solid arrest. Another year done and dusted at detective camp.
Why have so many play flutes about here? I didn't order these.
My nephews are singers.
I thought they were bobbies.
Let's all watch the bill.
We get to the final jam. That's right. This is the final one.
Well, let's fast forward to Peggy. She's incredible.
Whoa! What? I was so mid on Peggy. I thought it was a boring song. I thought it was crazy to play a montage of things that happened 2 minutes ago in the film.
I was so moved. I was so deeply moved. I was like, this film has gotten to
I
me.
gotta tell you, I was deeply moved by the Trampoline Boys. I think they really had moxie.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Yeah, they were great.
They were really. Look, I gotta tell you, should Peggy have won? No. Who won?
Peggy.
Yeah, she did win.
Yeah, she did win.
I mean, I maybe would have given it a second. I don't know. I just feel like I think Tess was really good. Obviously, she got stumbled up by her bitch mom.
Yeah.
No,
brave mum. We established that.
The what?
Because she's rich, so she's good.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yes.
Good mother.
Yes, a good mum who knows when to take a call.
Yes.
I got to tell you right now, if I am sitting at my son's or my daughter's, I got to tell you right now, if I'm sitting at my son or my daughter's like performance and my phone rings,
Yeah.
put a bullet in my head.
You can just not answer or answer. There's a lot of other options. But
Oh
there
no,
are-
it's just the performances on stage.
Oh, of course. I mean, there's a lot of guns, luckily, hanging about.
Like, I'll support my kids, but from afar.
Someone decided to do a camp for policemen and also singers. So there's guns and narcotics everywhere. It's a real who's who of drugs.
Yeah, and then
The Trampoline Boys, you got Peggy.
Yeah.
You got Tess.
Yeah.
She gets stumbled, but she's got a nice mirror routine.
I think because she had a solid routine, she should have just gotten it. Nobody else used mirrors.
No.
And
Yeah.
there was clearly so many at her disposal.
Yeah.
I think it just came across as somebody that knows how to use good choreo.
Oh, yeah.
And that's mostly performing anyway. So I don't know what to tell you. I think Tess should have taken the cake. But Demi came out
Yes.
and she
Sings
legally
her set.
performed.
Yes.
She did get to perform.
Yes, because the Bandcamp man was like, you are banned from all jams until the last one. And because he said on stage, right, that's the last one. However, he did say there's been a late entry, so technically it extends. It's a bad contract. The man's on drugs. Let's just give him a pass.
Absolutely.
He's got weird rules.
He's done well to not kill a child this year. Let's just take it as a win and call it a year of band camp. I thought Demi's performance here I thought it was weaker than Tessa's. I thought it was weaker than Peggy's. And I don't mean this. And look, I'm just saying if she came out and sang Confidence or Cool for the Summer, she would have won.
Yeah.
But she hadn't written them yet, so how could she have done it?
That's the problem with time.
It comes for us all.
It's all. That's something that hasn't come for us yet, which is almost a bigger crime.
Time will come
Yeah. What we're
to
saying
those
is,
who wait.
oh, okay. And if you wait too long, oh, you perished. Yeah.
TikTok goes the Burger Man.
Yes. The Burger Man being the catering mum.
Let's just call it an episode there.
Carl, who would watch Camp Rock?
I gotta tell you right now, I hated the movie, but on reflection, seems I had a great time because I've just had the giggles the entire conversation, and it's just been a good vibe. So I don't know what else to tell you. I guess like if you're nostalgic for Camp Rock, you'll enjoy it. If you're watching it for the first time, this is to me, I was actually quite surprised. This movie's a bit more of like a bad movie hoot.
Oh, yeah.
Than like the High School Musicals. Like I actually thought this was
Got something like that. You can watch it with other people and be like, this is fun.
Yeah, there was more stupidity.
You gotta
here.
watch it as well with someone that like I think deeply cared about it, because then they'd be like, no, let me defend it. It's like, what are you defending? This is an odd choice. This is weird. You're freaky. I gotta tell you, I think nostalgia's gonna kill you, but if you're new to this series, check it out.
Yeah, I thought it was. I think it is just. It's just a cut under High School Musical in its competence, which makes it a lot more enjoyable. I gotta tell you, everything to just do with like the mum trying to be a caterer and just this lie and everything about it. Just like I don't even know why the Jonas Brothers are here. Like I don't know why we've got the other two. I've got so many questions about the setup, the payoff, what the competition means, how much they've paid for the camp. It's just nonsense. It's sort of the perfect amount of nonsense you want. So congrats to Disney.
Yeah.
You've done it again.
Guys, and we're never giving them enough props. They are the best. They are the best. Big fans of the Disney Corporation. They've done no wrong.
I gotta tell you, I'm all in to watch the second.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah,
I'm
me
more
too,
than happy
me
to watch
too.
the second.
Who would
so-
watch it? I guess people who want to watch the second pre the first.
Damn.
After the first. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're watching Cam Rock 1 and 2.
Yeah, I do think this is who would watch this. I actually think this is a good, laughable Disney movie, straight to TV, ludicrous, silly, just a good
both,
time.
They have. I mean, I think they're one up on High School Musical. These two are both. I guess the four of them are all superstars, kind of.
I guess I think the thing is, I think Camp Rock's a bit more goofy, and I think High School Musical's a bit more bland. I think just in terms of them as films, and that's why I think this being just a bit goofy has made it a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Where you're like, why the fuck are we at a band camp?
It's a horrid place to be.
It's a horrible place to be.